Hey everybody, how's it going? Nasal Cactus here. I am back with Booster Box number 3. I may have a bit of a problem. Back to openings, unboxing, breaks, whatever you would like to call this. On the lookout for my first showcase card of this game. Um, in theory, from what I understand, the showcase cards are one for every 6 boxes. I think I've said that a few times now, just as a reminder. So if they are one in every 6 boxes, we're hopefully halfway to our first. If not, looking for some fun rares to pull. I've still not gotten the Millennium Falcon, which is a bit of a bummer. I was really hoping to get it as part of the starter decks. And actually, let me look really quickly if it was and I just did not notice it. I don't think it was. No, there were wing leaders, Alliance X-Wings, snow speeders. I'm just reading from the back of the box right here. Doesn't look like there was a Millennium Falcon in there. So still chasing the Millennium Falcon. Obviously chasing the showcase cards right off the top. But let's go ahead and just dive into this third box. Interesting that this one, I feel like historically in the openings that I've done, they've been paired at the top. So it would have been like 2 Leias, 2 Chewies, 2 Thrawns. But I want to save Leia for last. We'll start with Thrawn. Hopefully Princess Leia will bring us some luck as the final pack opening. But yeah, Millennium Falcon, definitely chasing that one still. Got a Luke. I would love to pull a Vader. Haven't gotten a Vader yet. Alright, starting off with a Grand Moff Tarkin. So, no showcase out of this pack. Dagobah Swamp, Medal Ceremony, Seasoned Shore Trooper, System Pilot Craft, Open Fire, Recruit, Wilderness Fighter, Confiscate, there we go, Outer Rim, Headhunter, Cell Block Guard is our last common. So not even a hyperspace common in this pack. That's a little bit of a shame. Blizzard Assault AT-AT, Sabine Wren. Great if I'm going to go into using Sabine as my leader for a Sabine deck. Very popular deck from what I understand right now for people to use. And our first rare, Fet's Fire Spray. So I think if I needed it, I could definitely build a deck with a few of these. This is like my third or fourth Fet's Fire Spray that I've gotten. An uncommon foil Benthic 2 tubes. Wow, that is some not great centering on this card. Very, very bottom heavy. Let's see if I can get this to focus on the card. There he goes. Look at the top of that. That is just abysmal. That's okay. First pack of 24. On to the next one. On to the first Chewbacca. Yeah, I've started kind of organizing, and another Grand Moff Tarkin. That is a bummer. Not a great way to start the box. We did get a hyperspace base though, which is nice. Repair, Wampa. I think the playmat is making it difficult for the camera to stay focused on the cards. I'll have to remember that for the next one. I do love this playmat. I just got it a couple days ago. Nice new, very on brand surface. ATST is our last common, so again, no hyperspace common in this pack. Hardpoint, Heavy Blaster, Rallying Cry with more Mandalorians. The Force is with me as our last uncommon, and then our first rare, Jabba the Hutt. I definitely got this from the last pack, which is nice. Good to have another one. And then a common resupply as our foil for that one. Yeah, I think, from a collectability standpoint, beyond those showcases, Darth Vader is going for a decent amount of money right now. I mean, not that that's like the goal, but it's like to get the Darth Vaders that you would need to build a deck around him, they're like $88 a piece. So definitely not like super accessible, or like it's not a budget deck right now, which is unfortunate. But spending that $88 on a box of cards, to get the 24 packs, hopefully you can eventually pull one in one of these. Because we've got Luke already, we've got Obi-Wan, so it would be nice to round that out. Hyperspace common at last. First uncommon, Starwing Scout, Kanan Jarrus. Ooh, and a hyperspace legendary, Black One. All right, dang. It sucks that this is not staying like super in focus, but hyperspace legendary Black One. Oh, it's in the it's in an early slot here too. What do we have? We have a rare coming up after that. So this hyperspace took the place of one of the uncommons, I think. And a Wedge Antilles. I have not gotten Wedge yet. So I didn't have a Black One either. So like a couple of really nice back-to-back pulls to sort of round things out. Cell Block Guard as a foil common to finish that one. So yeah, actually getting that Black One is huge. As a legendary also. I didn't realize that it was a legendary. I've seen some guys online, I mean, like they were granted breaking like an entire booster case. So they were seeing a few more cards than I was, or I am. Dang. All right, well, Leia didn't bring us the luck I had hoped for, but we got the Grand Inquisitor in that last pack. The Iden Versio rare leader. Very nice to have as cards right off the top. Consortium Star Viper, Death Trooper, Cantina Braggart. Thought I got two there for a second. Vanguard Infantry, Alliance X-Wing. I need to look at the starter deck. Since these are commons, my assumption is that they are not marked with the S like we see with some other cards in the starter deck. I think that those are kind of saved for really rare cards. So you can see that, like, an Admiral, Admiral Mahdi that you pull from the starter deck is not the same as like a rare or legendary, whichever he may be. I actually don't know. Ozzy took Liberator Gunship, and our hyperspace common, TIE Ellen Fighter. I like that. That looks really nice. I have several of these. Obviously, they're commons, but nice to have a hyperspace version of it. Distant Patroller. Bosk. I don't know if I had Bosk already. We have a hyperspace uncommon, Vanguard Ace, to round out this one, if the camera will cooperate. So that's kind of cool. Nice. Energy Conversion Lab. Oh, another card that I am chasing at this point is Jeddah City. I think it's a rare base card like this. It's like this and Energy Conversion Lab, Jeddah City, and I think Tarkin Town are like the rare bases that you can pull to use in your game. And so still working on getting any of those. I do have Tarkin Town. I've gotten a few of those Energy Conversion Labs to play. So System Patrol Craft, common foil to bring us to a close for the first 4 packs. So I was going to say not anything great, but this Hyperspace Legendary is pretty incredible just as a card. It looks great. Apparently much rarer card than I thought it was. Try and get it in the light a little bit more. I think the only thing that would have made it better is if it was a Hyperspace foil. But not going to complain about that. Black one, Wedge Antilles. I think I need a couple more Wedge if I want to build a certain deck. But, you know, definitely a great start to get them into the bigger picture and into the grand scheme of the collection, which I'm in the process of going through and putting in a binder right now. And, you know, hopefully once I finish out these boxes, we can go through that and show you everything that I pulled. And maybe one of these days have a complete collection for it. So thanks again, everybody, for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, like I said, please like, subscribe. Let me know what you're chasing. If there's any cards that you are still looking for. I know everybody's probably going to say showcase, but if there's anything in your collection that you haven't seen yet that you would still like to get, let me know. Let me know what you're looking for. I'm curious what people are chasing and looking for. And I think that with this set, having the hyperspace, having the foils, having the hyperspace foils, you know, definitely adds a layer of the chase. So, all right, everybody, thanks again so much for all your support. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon.